Speaking in English, no problem. So, எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். So, as the moderators commissary for the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese, I stand here to address the press on the recent developments taking place in the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese. And there was a big chaos in the administration of the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese in view of the vacancy of the bishop in this diocese. The Church of South India moderator, the Most Reverend Dr. K. Ruben Mark, the moderator of Church of South India, and the officers of the CSI Synod have appointed me as the moderators commissary for the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese. And ever since, the Synod has been trying to bring a restoration, peace and normalcy in the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese. And in this process, the court, the High Court of Madras, has appointed Justice Jyotimani as the administrator and the election officer for the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese, particularly with the direction to conduct the elections in the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese. So in this context, the Diocesan Council of Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese Council have been conducted by the administrator appointed by the court on 16th and 17th of this month, February. And the officers have been elected by ballot in majority, chosen, elected by the members of the Diocesan Council of Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese. And after the elections, the newly elected officers of the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese have approached the Synod authorities, the moderator, the General Secretary, the Deputy Moderator, and the Honorary Treasurer of the CSI Synod, have explained the happenings and requested the Synod to take charge of the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese to directly administer the diocese under the absolute authority and leadership administration of the Church of South India Synod officers. Immediately, our Synod officers have so graciously responded to the request made by the newly elected officers of the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese and agreed to install the newly elected officers and constitute the executive committee and various other standing committees of the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese. And the Synod authorities have instructed me, the moderator's commissary, to immediately visit the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese, install the officers, and constitute the executive committee and various other standing committees to run the administration of the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese. In this context, on the instructions of the synod officers, the moderator, the Most Reverend Dr. K. Ruben Mark, and the deputy moderator, Right Reverend V.S. Francis Tirumeni, and the General Secretary of Church of South India, Advocate Fernandez Ratinaraja, and the Honorary Treasurer of the Church of South India, Professor Dr. Vimal Shukma. On their instructions, I have immediately come over yesterday to install the newly elected officers for the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese and to constitute the executive committee and other standing committees. And on this occasion, I, on behalf of the Synod, acknowledge the newly elected officers and install them in their respective offices. Reverend P. Moses Jabaraj as the Vice Chairman of the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese, and Reverend D.G.A. Thomas as the Clerical Secretary for the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese, and Mr. S.D.K. Rajan as the Lay Secretary for the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese, and Mr. D.K.M. Johnson David as the Treasurer of the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese. These four officers are with me on the dais, and we have installed them to their respective offices. They are elected for the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese. And yesterday, and in the Nazareth Polytechnical College, we have convened a meeting to install these new officers, and followed by constituting the executive committee of the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese. And today, in the Caldwell campus, we have constituted the various standing committees to run the administration of the diocese. And I am fully assured that these elected officers and the constituted committees will carry out the administration in the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese. And very soon, the further developments in the administration of the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese will take place one after another, and any decisions and any resolutions shall be in complete accordance to the Constitution of the Church of South India and in accordance with the Constitution of the Thoothukudi Nazareth Diocese. It is my sincere commitment to this diocese that this diocese will very soon shall come to normalcy and shall very soon move towards electing their own bishop, and very soon the consecration of the new bishop for this diocese shall take place. This is my sincere prayer for this diocese And in this context, I request all the people of the Toothkudi Nazareth Diocese, the clergy, the laity, the institutional heads, the staff and employees working under this, the institution of this diocese, all of us should pray to ask God to bless this diocese with a peaceful administration. And with these few words, I convey these happenings, developments to all the people through this media, that the Toothkudi Nazareth Diocese is now, shall now function as the elected officers, the elected bodies and committees to administer this diocese. I wish you all the very best, and I pray for God's blessings upon these newly elected officers for Toothkudi Nazareth Diocese. Thank you, one and all.
நேசரத்தில் வைத்து நமது எலெக்ஷன் அனைத்தும் நடந்தது. அதை ஜோதிமணி ஐயா அவர்கள் நடத்தினார்கள். நடத்தியதில் நாங்கள் ஆஃபீஸ் பேர்கள் தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்பட்டோம். ஐயா வந்து இப்பொழுது எங்களை பதவியில் அமர்த்தி சிறப்பாக செயல்பட்டு தந்தார்கள். மேலும் நாங்கள் அனைவரும் சிறப்பாக செயல்படுவோம். எந்த பிரச்சனையும் இல்லாமல் சிறப்பாக செயல்படுவதற்கு கடவுள் அருள் புரிவார். மேலும் டயசிஸில் முக்கியமானது நிறைய இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் இருக்குது. இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷனில் பொதுவாக நாங்கள் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறது சீனியாரிட்டி. ஹை ஸ்கூல் அண்ட் எலிமெண்ட்ரி ஸ்கூலில் சீனியாரிட்டி வச்சு ஃபாலோ பண்ணுவோம். தட் வில் பி ஃபாலோட் அகைன். கடந்த 3 வருஷமாக அதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணலை. அதில் நிறைய பிரச்சனைகள் உண்டாக்கிட்டாங்க. நாங்கள் அந்த லிஸ்ட்டெல்லாம் எடுத்து வச்சு அதை சரி பண்ணிகிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். அதே மாதிரி ஃபாலோ